What does the future of agriculture look like? How do we continue to produce food at a scale that meets demand? And how can this align with our obligations to minimize environmental impact? We are facing important questions around food, energy, climate, and population growth. At IGS, we are pioneering solutions that are automated, scalable, and robust enough to further agricultural innovation. So, what does this future look like? We think it looks like this. Greater control and greater consistency, our towers yield more per square metre, literally growing up, not out. Indoor growing is not a new concept, but the demand for precision farming continues to increase. It was from this demand that IGS was founded, by a farmer and an engineer looking to diversify traditional thinking. The results are exciting. Controlled environment approach to deliver yield, quality and consistency. A tailored ecosystem for each growth tray. Crops grown hydroponically. Automated water and nutrient delivery. Clean room access and instant access through cloud-based software. Automation means exact recipes repeated across every growing cycle. At IGS's Crop Research Centre, better never stops. We continue to chart crops, develop recipes and challenge what our towers can deliver. This includes a range of brassicas, roots, soft fruits, leafy greens, herbs and botanicals. At IGS, we're answering important questions on the future of agriculture today.
Hello everyone, welcome to the IGS Crop Research Centre here at the James Hutton Institute just outside Dundee in a lovely sunny Scotland. I'm sorry we can't be with you in person in Brooklyn for Indoor AgTech this year, but we want to share some of the insights, some of the developments and some of the new innovations that have happened during the lockdown and over the course of the past 18 months. Here we are inside the vertical farm itself, between a couple of the growth towers as we call them. We have the mechanical handling automated system, we have our electrical system, we have our irrigation, fertigation system, we have our ventilation, we have our illumination, and we have the growth tower management system software. These add up to provide total control environment agriculture. And of course, the key benefits of TCEA are a combination of energy savings, labour savings, and very high productivity, by which we mean yield, consistency and quality of crop every single time. And that's what enables our customers to agree deals based upon new paradigms and new business models that agriculture's never been able to achieve before. Obviously, cost reduction is key to market growth in the controlled environment ag sector, but it's also apparent that consumers will pay a premium for vertically farmed produce because of the consistency and the quality of the yield that they're able to get. The things that people value the most appear to be quality, taste, nutrition, and food safety. But there are other things that people care about as well. Not just the end consumers, but the off-takers from our farmers who are our customers, who might be retailers, they might be in the hospitality industry, they might be in the food service or manufacturing industry. And everywhere people are looking for surety of supply, especially as a result of the pandemic, less waste, fewer food miles, and a much smaller overall environmental impact from agriculture. Here at Intelligent Growth Solutions, we have made a covenant with the market. We will never grow crops for commercial sale. Our customers are the farmers and the growers all around the world who have the expertise to do exactly that. Our job is to simply give them a better set of tools. And the Crop Research Centre behind me here gives us an opportunity to line up new practices in terms of indoor horticulture with best practice crop science and the R&D engineering that has gone in to create this amazing machine. But before we spend one red cent on any sort of research, we check that we are following our precepts. So those for IGS are the 3 E's. We call them our 3 E's target. It's all about excellent quality produce, it's about economics, and it's about the environment. So what we say is, if you cannot grow great produce, don't plant the seed. If you cannot make money at it, don't plant the seed. And if you're going to destroy the planet in the process, please don't plant the seed. But with an IGS system, we encourage you, plant the seed because it overcomes all of those major challenges in our industry. So what is it that we actually do with this machine? Well, we create the weather. Inside that box, we create entire climates. The way to think about it is the weather is essentially a 3-dimensional object. It's the sun, the wind, and the rain. And each one of those dimensions has 8 to 10 major factors that go to make it up. And if you think about sunlight, there's everything from clouds going across it to the spectrum, to the brightness, to the actual color of it. And so what we need to do is replicate that inside this box. Whether we put it on the Arctic tundra, in a jungle, in a desert, it doesn't matter what's going on outside it. The same control applies inside and is totally predictable. So we've got these 3 dimensions with the 8 to 10 factors, but beyond that, you then discover that each one of those has infinite number of possible values. Think about spectrum. Think about going into a hardware store to pick the new colors for your bathroom. There are too many choices. Well, that's kind of what the sunlight's like. So it's very, very big mathematics. But those 3 dimensions on their own are not enough. We need to go into a 4th dimension of time. What happens during the life of the crop has to change. When we're germinating a seed, we want it dark, humid, and warm. We go through changing the growth recipe every 3 to 5 days during the life of the crop, and then when we get to the end and we're hardening off to take things into a broadacre field or package them up for retail, we want it bright and we want it cold so that we will harden those crops off. We then need to be able to make the seasons, and really importantly, we have to be able to make a diurnal range. These are living, breathing organisms just like we are, and they need rest. We can give them 18 hours of perfect sunlight, but we must then make a sunset, give them 6 hours of ambient nightlight, not dark black, not switched off, but ambient nightlight, and then a sunrise. So we take them around that diurnal cycle every 24 hours. And that incredibly speeds up the growth because we're giving them absolutely perfect conditions day in, day out. And then the final 5th dimension is that of space. Each one of those 4 towers behind you is an independent farm. Within them are 50 trays in 2 sets of racking, as you've seen, and each one of those is a microclimate. Each tray, although they're only a foot apart, can be 6 degrees warmer or cooler than the adjacent trays. We can grow 50 different trays, 50 different crop types in a single tower. In addition, IGS has greatly improved the economics of indoor growing by collapsing the costs of energy and labour and using cloud-based technologies to manage everything through the Internet of Things, so we have absolute precision in the way that we apply weather to the crops. Well, thank you very much for joining us today at Indoor AgTech. I really hope you've enjoyed learning about the many developments in our technology in the last year, about all the deployments we've been undertaking around the world, and the huge increase in the range of crops that we've been able to grow, which allows us not just to do indoor growing, but allows us to support the work of farmers under glass and under polytunnels, and farmers out here in the broadacre field.
For more information on our scalable vertical farm technology, join us at intelligentgrowth.io.